Hey there, fellow YouTubers. Today, we're diving into a hot topic that's been making waves in the political world: Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and the potential risks he faces for mending ties with Israel. Over the past several years, the relationship between Saudi Arabia and Israel has undergone a remarkable transformation. Once bitter adversaries, the two Middle Eastern powers have gradually moved towards a cautious rapprochement, driven by a convergence of strategic interests and a shared unease over the growing influence of Iran in the region. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, the de facto ruler of Saudi Arabia, has faced significant risks and challenges in his efforts to mend ties between Saudi Arabia and Israel. As the heir apparent to the Saudi throne, MBS has sought to chart a new course for Saudi foreign policy, one that departs from the kingdom's historical hostility towards Israel. MBS's outreach to Israel has been driven by a complex set of strategic and geopolitical considerations. Firstly, he sees improved relations with Israel as a means of bolstering Saudi Arabia's position in the region and countering the growing influence of Iran, Saudi Arabia's regional rival. By establishing formal ties with Israel, MBS hopes to leverage Israel's technological and military capabilities to enhance Saudi's own defenses and intelligence gathering. Secondly, MBS views normalization with Israel as a way to attract greater Western investment and support for his ambitious domestic reform agenda, known as Vision 2030. Improving Saudi-Israel relations could help open doors to lucrative business deals and access to cutting-edge technologies that are crucial for modernizing the Saudi economy. However, MBS's outreach to Israel has been met with significant backlash, both within Saudi Arabia and the broader Muslim world. The Saudi royal family and the religious establishment have long maintained a staunch anti-Israel stance, rooted in the kingdom's commitment to the Palestinian cause and the desire to position Saudi Arabia as the leader of the Muslim world. Hardliners within the Saudi government and religious institutions have viewed MBS's overtures to Israel as a betrayal of this legacy, and there are concerns that such a move could undermine the monarchy's Islamic credentials and legitimacy. This has made MBS vulnerable to potential assassination attempts by extremist elements within the kingdom who are opposed to any normalization with Israel. Furthermore, the normalization of ties with Israel has also faced resistance from the broader Muslim public, who remain highly sympathetic to the Palestinian cause. Any perceived compromise on this issue could trigger widespread protests and unrest, which the Saudi regime is keen to avoid, particularly given the ongoing challenges posed by the COVID-19 pandemic and the economic fallout from the oil price crash. MBS has sought to navigate these challenges by adopting a cautious and incremental approach to building ties with Israel. Rather than rushing into a full-blown normalization of relations, he has opted for a more gradual process, marked by discreet and limited forms of engagement, such as allowing Israeli airlines to use Saudi airspace and facilitating some business and technological cooperation. This measured approach has helped to mitigate the immediate risks, but it has also drawn criticism from both sides. Israel has expressed frustration at the pace of progress, while the kingdom's religious conservatives have accused MBS of conceding too much to the Zionist entity. Nonetheless, MBS remains committed to the long-term goal of normalizing relations with Israel, believing that it is essential for Saudi Arabia's geopolitical and economic interests. To this end, he has sought to build a network of support within the Saudi power structure, cultivating allies within the royal family and the military who share his strategic vision. However, the risks facing MBS remain significant. As the de facto ruler of Saudi Arabia, he has already faced a number of attempts on his life, including a drone attack in 2021 that targeted his palace in Jeddah. These threats are likely to intensify as his outreach to Israel becomes more overt and far-reaching. Moreover, the ongoing tensions and conflicts in the region, such as the war in Yemen and the broader rivalry with Iran, have the potential to further complicate and destabilize the political landscape in Saudi Arabia. Any missteps or miscalculations by MBS in his handling of these challenges could provide an opening for his opponents to mount a more concerted challenge to his rule. Despite these risks, MBS appears determined to press ahead with his agenda of modernizing Saudi Arabia and asserting the kingdom's regional influence. His willingness to take on powerful vested interests and challenge long-standing taboos, such as the relationship with Israel, has earned him both admiration and resentment. Ultimately, the success or failure of MBS's efforts to mend ties with Israel will depend on his ability to navigate the complex political and religious landscape within Saudi Arabia, while also managing the broader geopolitical dynamics in the region. As he continues to walk this tightrope, the Crown Prince will remain a figure of intense scrutiny and speculation, both within the kingdom and on the global stage. As always, be sure to share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. What do you think about the risks facing Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman for mending ties with Israel? And do you believe that his efforts will ultimately bring about positive change in the Middle East? Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay informed and stay curious.